this study of Dhamma. Otherwise, just a word in the book. This study of Dhamma. Otherwise, just a word in the book. But each word Buddha said just pinpoint the reality which is there right then to be known little by little. So in truth, what is there now at moment of seeing? That is seeing right now. Do we have to say, seeing sees, not I see? But the reality which remembers with understanding of what is heard, condition attention to that even very little is there before hearing about it.
Dao Zhuang had a comment about that which think is different from what is thought about.
Is there thinking now? Is it known now? Is there seeing right now? What is seeing? And does anyone understand it as it is? And the answer is right now at moment of seeing. What is it? It's easy to say. It's a moment of seeing. And that means that there must be a reality which sees, because the object of seeing is seen. So we simply say that seeing is that which arises to see, but it is not that which is seen. It's the reality which can experience the object which is seen. Is that right? But is there any understanding of the reality which sees as it is? It's not that which is hard or soft. It's not that which is seen, but it's the reality, a reality which can experience that object which is seen. At moment of hearing, there must be a reality which arises to hear or to experience the sound. No matter at moment of seeing right now or moment of hearing right now, there must be a reality which arises to experience what is there appearing. And what about thinking right now? Without that which arises to think, can there be the thought or that which is thought about? What is the differences between that which sees and that which hears and that which thinks? Even is the reality which arises to experience, no matter what. The object of experiencing is different, but the characteristic of that which does arise to experience that is the same. It does arise to experience an object, no matter what object is. So in a day, no matter in what life, there must be the reality from birth arising, experiencing the object from moment to moment, non-stop, by conditions. Even right now, it's there. Seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, thinking. So it's the chief of experiencing, no matter what we are thinking about, any subject, any situation, it's there, experiencing each moment, one object at a time. At moment of seeing, it's there. At moment of hearing, it's there. At moment of thinking, it's there. And no matter whether it is the object through the six doorways or not, it's there, arising and falling away until death. And next life begins, there must be that which arises before death, and then new life. The reality which arises and experiences the object is there. It just experiences what is there. Even at moment of being fast asleep, it's there because there are conditions for it to arise non-stop from moment to moment. Is that true? Is it there right now? Does anyone think about it? That it's not which is seen, but that which sees. It's not just the idea or the story of such and such, but it's that which experiences that to be object. So, is there any moment without it? But is it known or just thought about that which appears without directly experiences the truth of it? It's I who see, I who hear, and I who think, and I like, and so on. As long as no understanding of the truth of it, the conditions for it to arise never stop at all, never end. What was there yesterday and what is there now and what will be tomorrow? There must be that particular reality which arises and just experiences what is there, no matter through what doorway, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking. But there are other reality which experiences the object, but they are different ones. And the other reality which experiences the object has its characteristic, its function, and its conditions for its arising, but not to be the one who is there from birth on and on, experiences the object through different doorways. So we use different terms, different words to specify what is what. The one who is that which arises from birth on and on. Just experience the object clearly, the chief of experiences. We can call it Jitta or Vijnana or Mano or Mana. And we use different words when it forms different function, but it's there. That which is the chief of experiencing an object. And in general, we call it Jitta, the chief of that which experiences the object. What does this mean? There must be other reality which arises and experiences the same object together, but not as a chief. And we call the realities which arise and experience the object with Jitta at that moment together, but it's not the chief as Cetasikas. One Jitta and 52 Cetasikas, different quality, different function. But the conditions the others to arise and experience the same object together. So at moment of seeing, what is there? Or what are there? And what is what? Is there anyone? These? When there's no understanding, it's I. But when there is the understanding of the truth of that moment, the reality which experiences the object which sees is there, with Cetasikas which arise together, experience the same object, but not as a chief because it has its own characteristic, its own quality and function, performing at the same time. So understanding a little more of seeing right now what is what. Otherwise, it's just a word. That which arises and experiences it with the other Cetasikas are there, but the function of seeing is only that which is achieved, the Jitta. So at moment of hearing, what are there? And at moment of thinking, what are there? And what is the chief of experiences, the object which is thought about? The beginning of understanding can develop gradually, little by little, only by conditions. Just hearing the word of truth once or twice is enough to understand the truth of it right now, as it's just a moment of that which arises and experiences the object. And without more confidence of the truth of this moment, there's no condition to directly understand the truth of it with what we say, sati, or just awareness with right understanding. And it has to be just one object at a time to be known. Is there any doubt about the truth of what we are saying? So this is the beginning to attend to the moment of seeing or hearing or any moment, just by conditions. So when there's no understanding enough, it cannot be thought about, even the word about it. But understanding is not a word, attending to the object, to the characteristic of our reality is not a word, but it's the understanding of what is what. So it conditions that moment without word. For example, there is seeing right now. Do we have to say, seeing sees, not I, see? But the reality which remembers with understanding of what is heard, condition attention to that even very little is there before hearing about it. Is this study of Dhamma? Otherwise, just a word in the book. But each word Buddha said just pinpoint the reality which is there right then to be known little by little. So in truth, what is there now at moment of seeing? We say that this level of understanding apply the truth to what appears, not by anyone, but understanding itself begin to understand what is there, little by little, by conditions. When condition is not enough, it's time to be moment of attachment, aversion, and thinking a lot about such story and situation. And what is there so very subtle beyond anything in a day thinking about? Each subject can be studied, no matter physics or science and what, but that which is said now is very subtle to realize the truth of it. So without understanding the subtle of all kinds of realities, there cannot be the moment of studying the word of truth from the enlightened one. So does anyone understand the meaning of the enlightened one, the Buddha, without understanding what he said? So we can learn one word just more and more, understanding the level of the subtlety of that particular reality. So what is there in a moment? Is it known now as different ones? Seeing now, hearing now, not the hearing, seeing before. So is there any question or doubt about?
Dazhong said, it clearly explained there are conditioned reality that arise to experience an object, but we are in a story. We are in what it's all about in dark, without understanding, without knowing that which experience.
And that is Panya, which begins to understand that as long as it's not realized as it is, there must be doubt and cling to that as something or I. And this is the beginning of the firm confidence of the truth, that it will develop on and on to higher level, not just learn about different realities, but begin to be aware with right understanding of what one has heard about it and understood about it, to be known exactly when it's there. What are there in a moment so very subtle? That's why we begin to understand what is what, because that which is the chief of experiencing cannot be aware of anything at all. That's why for 45 years would have taught about just the absolute truth of what is there, from the very beginning to the end.
ก็มีวันหนึ่งที่รู้สึกสติเกิดเอง โดยไม่ต้องตั้งใจอะไรเลย
ที่รู้สึกอย่างนั้นไม่ต้องไปปฏิบัติ
ไม่ต้องไปปฏิบัติ
ตอนนั้นสติรู้อะไร
ก็คล้ายๆรู้อะไรที่กำลังเช่นกำลังคิดหรือกำลังอยากหรือกำลังเดินอะไรก็ได้